everyone. Welcome to Shelby on Safari, where I'm your host, Grace. Not Shelby. Hey everyone, I'm Grace, and my channel is called Cruelty Free Gracefully, and I review everything cruelty-free. But today, I'm here on Shelby on Safari, taking over to discuss my favorite animal in the entire world for Shelby's new series, Why Though? Now, the main attraction is all about my favorite animal. Wait for it. The lemur, which is far superior to Shelby's favorite animal, the cheetah. But in all seriousness, what I want to know is, with there being over 100 different species of lemurs, and almost all of those being either endangered or threatened, why though are their numbers continuing to decline? And then, as a wild animal biologist, what do you think we can do to better protect these creatures? On to you, Shelby.
Great questions and even greater outfit, which got me thinking, does that make you a new lemur species? Before we answer your questions, we should probably look into what makes lemurs so unique, apart from the fact that they're endemic to the island of Madagascar. Even though lemurs are related to monkeys and apes, they're on a branch of their own within the primate family. Specifically, they're known as Prosimians, which in of itself is a very interesting word, meaning pre-monkey, which gives a hint as to where they stand in the evolutionary tree of life before monkeys. They're in fact the oldest known group of primates. And lemurs aren't the only prosimians around. Lorises, as well as bush babies, are in the prosimian group. All prosimians have 3 traits in common. First up is an elongated snout. Within this snout, they have a complex olfactory system to help them, well, smell things out. They also have great night vision. This is due to the fact that they have an extra layer behind the retina, which may be familiar to those of you who watched Shelby on Safari before. It is, say it with me, the tapetum lucidum. But prosimians also have specialized teeth. In particular, along their bottom jaw, they have modified incisors, which are conveniently called a tooth comb. This is to help them with grooming. In addition to their modified, cool lower jaw teeth, they also have an extra long grooming claw on their second toe as well. Which makes me wonder, Grace, do you have these 3 traits in common with prosimians? I'm not sure. Not that I'm saying you have an elongated snout or anything, but anyways, cut it. But alas, Grace, you are correct. There are well over 100 different species of lemur. In fact, at the time of filming this video, there was 113 that have been described by science. All lemurs are endemic to the island of Madagascar, off the east coast of Africa. Now, it is up for some debate among scientists when precisely lemurs made their way to Madagascar and how they did so. But regardless, they got to the island, and when they did, it appears that they were able to evolve in isolation to be able to fit the many different varieties of habitats on the island, which led to the unique variation within lemurs to fit these different habitats. Now, the fact that there's so many different species of lemur may come as a surprise to some of you, for when we say lemur, often or not, King Julian, our friend the ring-tailed lemur, often comes to mind. And while yes, ring-tailed lemurs are fantastic, there are so many other incredible species of lemur on the island of Madagascar. Take, for example, the teeny tiny little gray mouse lemur, which weighs only about 60 grams, making them one of the smallest primates in the world. But then on the other side of the scale, there's the indri, which weighs about 9 kilograms. Whoa. That's a lot of lemur. But I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up one of my favorite lemur species, the aye-aye. Yes, this interesting looking creature is in fact a lemur, and a very unique lemur as well. They're within their very own genus. But like Grace mentioned, many lemurs are facing extinction. In fact, the IUCN reported that 98% of lemur species are considered endangered, of which over 30 are actually critically endangered, which is one step away from being extinct in the wild. When it comes to the threats facing lemurs, there's the usual suspects: climate change, poaching, but also deforestation, which got me thinking about the greater bamboo lemur. For this is one cool species of lemur that feeds almost exclusively on a particular type of bamboo that is actually poisonous to humans. What this lemur typically eats in a day would be enough to kill an adult human. And with some lemur species being more at home in the trees, arboreal in nature, without their homes, that makes life a lot more difficult. But sadly, the pet trade also has played a part lately in declining numbers of lemurs in the wild, which is where you come in. I encourage you to avoid taking lemur selfies. Say if you're at a zoo and there's a walk-through lemur exhibit, yes, getting a picture with a lemur is pretty cool, but if you share it on social media, a study in 2019 found that pictures like that being shared on the internet, even if it's a lemur in a zoo, it led to people wanting them as pets. One way to certainly help lemurs is to not buy rosewood, which is often used for luxury furniture items, as it's already an endangered tree species in northeastern Madagascar, but is still unfortunately logged illegally. And you can also take action by making sure any paper products that you buy have the FSC logo, or Forest Stewardship Council, making sure that the products you're buying are being sourced responsibly and sustainably. Now, I do want to mention that the Latin word lemurs means ghost. Now, sadly, some lemurs are persecuted because of lore that they're a bad omen, like for example, the Eye. Traditionally, lemurs are also associated with spirits of the forest because, well, some species are active at night, and possibly even because of their large eyes that, with the tapetum lucidum, reflect back and can be quite eerie if you're out in the forest at night. Speaking of eyes, Grace, have you ever heard about the blue-eyed black lemur? This lemur species is absolutely stunning for many reasons, but one of which is that they are the only other primate, other than us humans, to have blue eyes. Which leads me to my final tips for what you can do to help lemurs. Apart from donating money, which if you are able to, I encourage you to support the actions of organizations like the Lemur Conservation Network or the IUCN Save Our Species, which I'll pop the links to them down in the description below, but completely understandably, sometimes that's not always an option for us. But there is one: word of mouth and enthusiasm. World Lemur Day takes place on the last Friday in October each year. Use this day, and really any other day, to share your passion about lemurs and what threats are facing them, to raise awareness and hope to save these incredible animals. So the next time you're out looking for that next new bit of stationery, or maybe even just some toilet paper, be sure to look for the FSC logo to do your bit to help out our friends, the lemurs.
Thanks so much again for answering my question, Shelby. I know I can always go to you when I have an animal fun fact that I need to know more about. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a little bit more about one of the greatest creatures in the whole wide world, the lemur. And I hope you have a great day. Remember to go check me out at Cruelty Free Gracefully. Thanks, guys.
Psst, hey, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Do it now. Hit the subscribe